As Libya's cell doors open, so do some of its secret files. Routine torture in Libyan jails was no secret. But the documents show that didn't stop Britain and America working closely with the regime. Their main contact was Colonel Gaddafi's right-hand man, Musa Kusa, who ran the police state. He defected to Britain earlier this year. In 2004, Prime Minister Tony Blair visited Libya. By then, MI6 was working with the CIA to send people they believed to be jihadist terrorists to Libya's notorious jails for interrogation. After Colonel Gaddafi came in from the cold, Libya and its prison system became an important part of the war on terror. Strong working relationships were formed. As the pressure was tightening on the Gaddafi regime back in March and April, senior officials would express their astonishment about the speed with which their Western friends had turned on them. A close advisor to Colonel Gaddafi told me that MI6 had been working with them here in Tripoli right up until the start of the uprising on February the 17th. The military command let me see some of the CIA and MI6 documents about a Libyan arrested in Bangkok in 2004 and transported to Tripoli. In one, an MI6 official tells Musa Kusa not to forget that the intelligence which caught the suspected al-Qaeda sympathizer came from Britain.
On a commercial flight from Kuala Lumpur to London.
That man is Abdul Hakim Belhaj, now military commander of Tripoli, always an anti-Gaddafi fighter, he says, but never al-Qaeda. He says he was tortured by the CIA and by the Libyans after his arrest. What happened to me is illegal, and it deserves an apology, especially from people who claim to work with human rights. Now he's about the most powerful man in Tripoli. Mr. Belhaj says that after the CIA and MI6 got him here in March 2004, they didn't witness his torture, but interrogated him afterwards. And Musa Kusa told him he'd die in his cell.
The top people in MI6.
A few months earlier, on Christmas Day, one of MI6's most senior people sent Musa Kusa an affectionate note.
Khalid is coming to lunch today, Christmas lunch, and it is a pity that you cannot join us.
Isn't it fair enough that these people would have a working relationship with their interlocutors on the Libyan side?
Well, he was useful to them. He was useful in sending terror suspects to Libya, where he would torture them, basically, and get the answers from them that the CIA and MI6 want.
I found these photographs of prisoners bound, battered and terrified in one of Tripoli's jails. Britain and the US now condemn Colonel Gaddafi's regime. But once, it was useful to them.